I've been scraping off the hide glue on the veneered surface of the drawer fronts, and I've got a stack of scraper blades that I've been using to get that glue off of there. You can see some of these shavings. The white part is the hide glue, and then I finally get down to the wood. So it's time to resharpen the scraper blades, because it just makes it so much easier when they're working as well as they can. And so I'll just do one. I usually do a bunch of them at once, but I'll just show you, go through the steps that I use here. Well, first of all, you can, sometimes I don't do it, but you can move that burr that was there, just push it down with the burnishing tool. I don't do this that often. I'm not sure it really matters that much. In fact, I can still feel the burr there. So I've got these little plates here that I put the thing into and then clamp it down, and they're beveled so that I don't knock off the skin of my knuckles. And then the first thing to do is to have a sharp file and knock that surface down. It gets hardened because of the temperature, so you got to get back down to the soft metal with the file. And then I use a stone to take the file marks off, and I need a little oil. This is an oil stone. It's not a fine stone. It's kind of rough. So I just go over that to knock off the file marks. Then I turn it over and do the other edge. Trying to keep a flat position of the file. And then again, okay. Now, next is doing the burnishing this face, and I use a little Arkansas stone here. Again, it's not a fine stone, it's rough, but it's small enough that I can get some good pressure on that. And now I've got a polished surface on this face and a polished surface on the edge. And I'll do the same for this edge, because we're going to have 4 good edges to scrape with. And just turn that over. Now you could also use a diamond, one of these flat diamond and you could hold that flat on there and do the same thing. I find it a little bit easier just with this little piece. This is a broken piece, but it works great for this thing. I don't remember if I did this already or not. Okay, 4 polished areas now, and we need to create the burr. Wipe off some of that grit. And this is the burnisher I use. This is actually, I didn't do this edge right here. I'm feeling the burr and I'm seeing where it's not flattened, so I need to work this edge. You should feel, after doing this, you should feel no burr at all, anywhere. Okay. Now I can put the burr. I put a little bit of oil on the burnisher. This is carbide steel, I think. It's really does not mark up at all. It's really hard. You can use all kinds of other hard steels, but this works good for me. I just hang it over the edge of the bench here, and I start with it perpendicular, and then I move over and give it a little angle, about like that. And then that's got a good burr on it. Turn it over. Some flat perpendicular strokes, and then I go with a little bit of an angle. Yeah, that's good. And then do the other side the same way. Okay, that's it. It's ready to go. Wondering if I can just put a drawer front in here and do a little bit of scraping so you see how it works. This drawer front, I just have the single panel in the middle, waiting for the next steps, but there's glue all over this, and you can see how that picks up that white. Oh, that looks nice. So much better when these things are sharp and working well. Takes a lot of the drudgery out of the sanding. There's a dip in here which I can go across, get that out of there. So that gives you an idea how to sharpen and use them.